Mariupol is facing a devastating siege. 2 weeks of continuous bombardment leveled several parts of the city to the ground. In the latest, a mosque has come under attack. We are receiving conflicting reports at the moment. Ukraine says Russia shelled the mosque of Sultan Suleiman. In a tweet, the foreign ministry said that more than 80 civilians were taking shelter there, including 30 Turkish nationals. But the president of the Suleiman Mosque Association in Mariupol claims otherwise. In a statement to a local Turkish media house, he said that Russian troops are bombing nearby areas when one of the bombs fell around 700 meters away from the mosque. But the religious site was not particularly targeted. In the same statement, the president claimed that his association had already tried to evacuate the Turks 4 times, but the Russians have disrupted all plans with roadblocks, and this sentiment is shared across Mariupol. The 7th attempt of evacuation is underway. This is a city of 400,000 people. At the moment, they remain trapped. The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, has accused Russia of targeting the planned humanitarian corridor. But nevertheless, a convoy of trucks and cars being sent from the area of Zaporizhia to Mariupol. Basic goods like food, water and medicine supplies are also on their way.
I have to say this with pain. Mariupol remains blocked by the enemy. Russian troops did not let our aid into the city and continue to torture our people, our Mariupol residents. Tomorrow we'll try again. Once again send food, water and medicine for our city.
It is an unimaginable tragedy that is unfolding. This is how the Doctors Without Borders described today's Mariupol. People are holed up in basements without water, gas, electricity and communications. The siege has left civilians hunting for basic necessities. According to Ukraine, more than 1,000 civilians have died in the port city. In the latest images coming in from Mariupol, Russian tanks can be seen firing and bombarding the residential buildings. It's not possible to tell whether they were provoked. Fires could be seen raging in parts of the residential blocks, and dark smoke could be seen rising. The civilian victims poured into a nearby local hospital.
We came to my brother's place, all of us together. The women and children went underground, and then some mortar struck on that building. We were trapped underground and 2 children died. No one was able to save them. I don't know where to run to. Who will bring back our children? Who?
And for more on these developments, we earlier spoke to Alexander Krebet, a journalist in Kiev.
In some places, evacuation is ongoing, especially from Kiev. So there are a lot of buses going further towards the western parts of Ukraine. Also from the train stations, from the central station and from the Darnitsa station. It's on the western part of the city, in the other bank of the river. So the Ukrainian railway service is announcing these evacuation trains towards any direction they can evacuate the people. It's much worse situation from the Kharkiv, for example, or from the Mariupol, which was shelling from all over the sides, and Russian trying to encircle, and it still keeps on bombing and shelling the city. So everybody saw those pictures and footages of the maternity house was shelled with the women and the pregnant women and the women with just newborn babies over there. So it's much harder to evacuate from there. But talking to those people, like texting to those people, because talking is almost impossible because there is no connection. But a Ukrainian government tries to evacuate as much as people as it can. So, and according to for today and so far, 21 million Ukrainians are displaced right now for these last 2 weeks.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.